Hey there, guys. Latin chapter 24, prepositions, never done before. The interesting thing about a preposition is you don't add any endings. They are what they are. That's good. You don't need to think about an ending. But you knew that was coming. The word that follows the preposition, called the object of the preposition, that noun has an ending. And that is what we're going to work on today. So let's get started. Chapter 24, at the tippy top, we have our final linking verb chant, right? The first one is I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, you all are, they are. The imperfect is I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, you all were, they were. Ta-da! I will be, you will be, he, she, it will be, you will be, you all will be, they will be. Okay. Anyways, these are the prepositions. There are 10 of them. Add is the first one. And here's our sheet. Add. What does add mean? Well, we can look at our sheet, we can look at our book and see. It means to or toward. So let's say you're looking at a vocabulary word, an English vocabulary word, like addition, address, and you see that AD in there. That is a Latin root, which means to or toward. So what are you going to put right here? You're going to put to, and then you're going to put toward. You're going to put both, because you don't know which word will work better in your sentence. Okay? The second, oh, and then look what I did here. I actually put it in a phrase. I put it in a phrase. Now, remember what aqua is. It means water. And look at that ending right there. Do you see that ending with the AM and it's pink? Do you see that? Remember, Latin's all about stems and endings. This is not a stem. It's a preposition. It doesn't have a stem. It is what it is. Okay? This, however, does have a stem. Aqua, aquae. And, oops. And the stem is A, Q, U. Look at the ending right there. Now, did you see that OP right there? Did you see that? These prepositions in chapter 24, these 10 prepositions in chapter 24, use these accusative endings. Does that make sense? So if I'm talking about the water, toward the water, I'm going toward the water. That's what this means, toward the water. And I said water because this is in the singular column, right? This word means water. Look at the ending, toward the water. If it had AS, it would be toward the waters. Okay? This is your preposition, and this is your object of the preposition. Remember those 4 questions I told you ask for every noun? Do you remember the first question when you look at a word? What declension is this word? What declension is aqua? Well, it's first because it ends in a and I. What declension is casa? It's first because it ends in a and I. When I say a and I, I'm talking about these 2 endings right here, a, I. Okay? What declension is filius? Well, because it ends in us, e, it's a second. What about murus? Well, because it ends in us and e, it's a second declension. What about silwa? Well, because it ends in a and I, it's a first. What about wea? Well, a and I, it's a first. What about terra? A and I, it's a first. You see the pattern, guys? You look at the ending. The ending tells you what declension it is. Us e, it's a second. Artificium. This is what I've been telling you. You gotta know the nominative also. Did you put the yellow on there? Yeah. E. Remember, these two guys are related, right? Everything is the same except for the subject and the direct object. Well, that happens to be the same, but these aren't. All right, so let's go back to our key up here. Artificium is building. It belongs to second neuter. What declension is oppidum? Second neuter. How did you know? The and you know from the vocabulary word in chapter 11 that it's oppidum, oppidi. You memorized that. And here's a new one I added. You needed this one, so I taught it to you. Bellum, bellum, belly. It means war. War, it's a great word. All right. It talks about in the book of Micah that in the end times they're going to take your plow, your swords and turn them into plowshares, and we will not have war anymore. Hallelujah. Amen. Okay, so back to our key up there. There's your vocabulary words. Your prepositions are at the tippy top. There are no colors with prepositions. They are what they are. So here we go. We're going to jump into our translation. So ad means to or toward. Ad aqua means toward the water. Why is that a singular? Because it's in the singular column, the ending. All right, let's do the next word, iuxta. I have two spellings of that, and it says here, it means near or next to. Near or next to. And remember, this J is the ecclesiastical. It says that in the bottom of your book, the ecclesiastical spelling. I kind of like that J, but anyways. So it means near or next to. So let's write both of those in there, near or next to. All right. Now, oh, look at this. We have near. What's casa? Do you remember what casa is? House. Near the house. Look at the ending. What's the ending? It's am. What declension is casa? What declension is it? Well, it's pink. It's right here. It's first declension. What's the second question that we ask for nouns? Gender. What gender is casa? It's feminine. So we've got declension, gender. What number is casam? Well, it's in the singular column. So we've got first declension, feminine, singular. And then the last question, ready, is case. Case. What does case mean? It means job. Is it the subject? Is it showing possession, possessive noun adjective? Is it the indirect object, direct object? By the way, will you forgive me? I should have been telling you that these sometimes could be the object of the preposition, but I didn't want to tell you. I kept it from you. I did. I'm guilty. Guilty is charged because I didn't want to overwhelm you. But the truth is that these 10 prepositions right here, you got to put these endings on. Sorry, I didn't make the rules. Anyways, this is the direct object, but also it has some object of the prepositions. And then this one, this case takes some other prepositions. All right, so let's move on. So far, with these, all these, you're going to be using all these endings. Okay? So let's try it. Intra. Ooh, okay. What is it? Wait, you didn't translate that. Okay. So what was it? It was near or next to. I'm going to put next to because I feel like it. Next to, what is casa? The house. Next to the house. Next to the house. Okay. Good for me. All right. Intra. Okay. What is intra? Intra. Intra means within. You know what I think of when I hear intra? I think of when I go to the hospital, intravenous. They're going in my vein. Okay. Intra. What does intra mean? Intra. Within. So that's my preposition. Within what? Murum. Within. Murum. What does murum mean? It comes from murus, muri, which means wall. So let me look. Let me look. Look. Murum. Hey, there it is. Second declension, masculine, singular. There it is. Okay, good. I got it right. Sometimes I make a mistake on these endings because I'm rushing. So there you go. Within the wall. Within the wall. What was within the wall? It was a secret message, a treasure within the wall. Okay. Circa terram. Okay, what is circa? Around. I see circle in circa. I see circumnavigate. Navigate is to sail. Circum is around, to sail around. Yes, this is an exciting preposition. And if you go down to Washington, D.C., and you see on the monuments, you're going to see circa 1824, and it's around. Great word, great word. We love words. Words. I'm not sick of words. All right, I need an ending. What color am I going to put on the end of terram? Tell me. Terram, what happened to you? Terram. It's a pink. It's a pink. Okay, we'll put a pink. There you go. All righty. So I'm going to label it preposition, object of the preposition. And circa means around. And this means the earth, around the earth. All right, beautiful. All right, extra. Read all about it. Okay, what does extra mean? Extra means outside of. Ooh, Miss Ken, you forgot your macron. All right, put it on there. Okay. Extra means outside of. Ooh, did you just hear what I heard? I heard extraterrestrial. E.T. phone home. Okay. Opidum. Anybody see that right there? Do you see that right there? That's a second neuter. Come on. That should be popping out to you. Your little eyeball should be recognizing that. Okay. Now, you know that this is not a subject. Why do you know? Even though it has a don't forget, we've got a here also. And because of the preposition before it, it's operating as an object of the preposition. Okay, so get your radar up, be paying attention. Outside, and what does opidu mean? Did you see it? Outside the town. Outside the town. So let's look at that. Town is second neuter. Its gender is neuter. Its number is singular. And its job is accusative or object of the preposition. That's what I wrote. All right, very good. Interweas. What is inter? Inter's between. I like intersection, right? All right, P. Preposition, weas, object of the preposition. Now, where do you see AS on here? You should know that weas is road. So it's a first declension. So why do I have you ask that first question? What declension is it? So that you can take your eyes to only 10 endings, not 30. I mean, these, and these. But let's just narrow it down to 10. Can we do that? So ask that first question. What declension is weas? And because the AS, you see it here, it's nowhere else. And you learned on chapter 2, you learned we are. You learned that. It went in your brain and you declined it. So you have to retrieve that information. So it's a first declension, it's feminine, it's plural, and it's a object of the preposition. And so when you translate it, please don't forget to make it plural. So inter means between. Okay? And make it plural. Between the what? How do you make that plural? Between the what? Is it road? Make it plural. Roads. There you go. Very good. All right. Contra. Get your fists up. Contra is against. Against. Contra is against. Against who? And remember, that's a preposition. What is philios? What is philios? Philios comes from philius. Philius, filii. It's a second declension. It's masculine. It's singular. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Mrs. Kang. It's OS. You just went somewhere else. It's right here. It's plural. And it's an object of the preposition. So it doesn't mean son. If it's plural, what does it mean? What does it mean? Not son. What is it? Against the sons. Make it plural. Put an S on it. All right. All right. A pud. What does a pud mean? At, by, or near. At, by, or near. What is Silwam? Silwam is forest. It has the correct ending. It's a first declension because of that Let's see. Do we want to say at the forest? I don't like that. Do we want to say by the forest or near the forest? What do we want to say? Say by the forest. By the forest. Notice I said forest, singular, because it's in the singular column. See that? Okay, good. Keep that singular or plural in your brain. People get that an X, which is wrong, a lot. You get that wrong a lot, just because not paying attention to those little details. There's a lot of details in Latin, like these little macrons that I forgot. Did I put a macron on the extra? Okay. All right, keep going. Contra. What is contra? Do you remember what contra is? Against. Okay, that's your preposition, against. And what is murum? Well, you have to remember the derivative. Murus, muri. The vocabulary word. I think we learned this on chapter 7. So this is your object of the preposition. And it is a second declension right there. And it is against the wall. See how it says wall there? Against the wall. What if it was against the walls? Then it would be the plural, OS. UM is singular, OS is plural. All right, notice what I slipped in here, right here. Number 13. Number 13, I slipped in arrow. Arrow means I will be. So I want you to write that. I will be. Okay, just write that down. Okay. Then I want you to look at 15. Eris. What is eris? You will be. Write it down. You will be. All right. Then I want you to notice the next one. 17, right here. Erit. He will be. He will be. Now, you know it could be she or it will be, but I picked he. Okay. Then erimus. What is that one? We will be. Write it down. We will be. And then number 19, eritis. You all will be. Write it down. You all will be. All right. Now, let's go back to number 14, circa. Remember what circa means? It means around, right? And what is artificium? I love artificium. Artificium is one of my favorite words because the word edify, which means to build up, right? And buildings, isn't that beautiful? Edify, to build one another up. Around the building, beautiful, around the building. If I wanted to make it plural, what ending would I have put on there? Not right? But and that's tricky because, why is that tricky? It's tricky because we get mixed up with that That's why this question, what declension it is, what category does it belong to? Chapter 11 introduced you to artificium artificii. And you've got to put that in your head so you can bring it back out. What declension is this noun? Okay, so around the building. All right. What about inter? Do you remember what inter is? Interweum. Inter. Inter is between or among. I like between. I'm sticking with between. Between. And then weum. Remember what weum is? Where is it? Weum. It's road. Road or way. It's a second declension. Oh, really, Mrs. King? Looks like you got a pink one. Yeah, sorry. First declension. And it's between the road. Okay. Wow. We finished every one of those. We'll turn it over. You should be able to look on your book and get errant right there. Right there it is. They will be. You can fill that in. Ante, you can fill that in. Ante is before. And bellum, look up here. I'll turn it over and look what bellum is. You can do it. Okay. He will be, you all will be, I will be. So I want you to go ahead and fill those out. I'm not going to. But I am going to fill out number 24. So I actually made a complete sentence. I will be. Now, you know what I will be, right? Arrow. So write that down. I went ahead and labeled it subject, pronoun, verb. And it is arrow, E-R-O, arrow. Against. What is against? Do you remember? You remember what against is? Against is contra with a macron. So write contra with a macron. And then do you remember the word for war? It's a new one that I gave you. Bellum, belly. The stem is B-E-L-L. That's what you need. Write your stem. B-E-L-L. Now you need an ending. You need an ending that is going to be plural because wars is plural. And you need an ending. Listen, you need an ending that's going to match. Match what? Well, first of all, let's answer these questions. What declension is bellum, belly? It's a second neuter. So let's go here to find our ending. That's what we're looking for. What gender is war, neuter? What number is wars? Excuse me, did I say war? I meant wars. It's plural. So we're going to put on the end of our stem, B-E-L-L, either a, orum, is, a, is. Now, here we go. This is it. Are you listening? The word against. The word against. The preposition against. Where is it? It always takes this ending. This is going to be the ending for singular, and this is going to be the ending for plural. So what's the plural one? Ah. So put it on there. Put it on there. And if you want, take your yellow marker and put a little underneath. So your brain, you can tell your brain, this is a second neuter noun, and it's plural. And I know that's tricky. It'll take you a while to remember that, but you'll totally get it. All right. That's English. That's Latin. English is harder. This book doesn't teach you English. I'm teaching you English. How to take an English sentence and turn it into Latin. I'm doing that. Why? I want you to be good. It's fun to be good. All right. Add. What is add? What is add? To or toward. Okay. So here's your preposition. So we're going to say toward. We're going to say toward. I like toward. And what is ludum? Do you remember what ludum is? Let's look. School. Ludum is school. Ludum is second declension. It's masculine. It's in the singular column. There's the ending. Toward the school. There you go. I think you can do this. Oh no, here's another English. Don't say, oh no, you can do this. Around, preposition, around what? Water, object of the preposition. What word means around? Circa. So write it down. Okay, put your macron over it. What stem is water? A, Q, U. A, Q, U. Write it down. A, Q, U. Now you need an ending. Really? Where are you going to find it? Really? You're going to go to the declension, first declension. It's feminine. Is water singular or plural? It's singular. So we're going to choose one of these endings. Well, you better pop right there for the ending because that would be the right one. A-M. Your endings for these prepositions are either am or as if it belongs to a first declension, um or os if it belongs to a second declension, or uma if it belongs to second neuter. So I'm going to let you do some of those. I'm going to go right over here. I will be near the water. I will be. I will be. That's arrow again. Let's I, subject pronoun. What is being said about I? I will be, verb. Near, preposition. Near what? Water, object of the preposition. You labeled every single word. Good, good, good. That's step one. Label every single word. Then give me the stem. Well, there is no stem for I will be. It just is arrow. It just is arrow. All right. What about near? Do we have a near? Oh, here's one near. Do we have another near? Yep. Which one do we use? I don't know. Let's use that one. A pud. A pud. Let's use it. There is no ending for a preposition. It is what it is. Do you remember the stem for water? Did we? Oh, there it is. We had it over here. A, Q, U. Now we need an ending. Well, how do we find our ending? Well, answer that first question. What declension is water? What gender is water? It's feminine. What number is water? Is it singular or plural? Well, do you see an S on it? No, it's singular. And then we get this ending. What's the ending? AM. So exciting. So exciting. AM. All righty. I think you got this. I think you totally got this. You can do this. You don't even need me. Hey, watch out for that S. It's a plural. Now, I'm going to send you the answer key. You check your work. I think you have this. I didn't want to keep you too long, but I wanted to make sure that you got kind of in the groove with the prepositions. They really aren't hard. So I hope you enjoyed them, learned them, and let's have fun. Bye.